I'm wondering, who did you consult with in the removal of the section about consent?
What groups? Nobody.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
The first thing it would do is removes language requiring instruction on human sexuality or sexually transmitted infections to include instruction concerning the importance of consent to sexual activity.
We are removing any part of that speaks about the importance of consent to sexual activity.
Yes, the school boards choose whether to do that or not.
Thank you for that clarification. And the other question I have, does the current report include the showing of the videos on the egg being... It does?
Yes.
Can you explain how that video actually is instructing on human sexuality?
Well, I'd rather not get into the debate on that. But
we're not going to require that curriculum material discuss consent, but we are going to require that the material include a video of what happens when a sperm and an egg meet up.
We're going to be short on time here, so we really can't go into a long debate on this.
How we could possibly not agree to consent, to teach that as part of human sexuality. We are talking about teenagers that sometimes don't learn that they can say no. So to me, this is just, we're protecting our youth. And so I need an explanation why you would take it out.
Well, again, the school board's local control on that issue.
You can also do it. If this is human sexuality, the video is in child development. It is already in a curriculum. It is all over the state. It's already there. So why would we be adding a child development video to human sexuality course?
I have no problem with the video.
You could remove it and leave it in child development where it should be.
I don't think that having an arbitrarily set time frame is any excuse to limit conversation about this. This is really important. I'm wondering, who did you consult with? What groups were consulted with in the removal of the section about consent?
What groups? Nobody come to me. There's a decision that I made to not have it in there.
We've talked a lot about local control, or we talked about removing mandates from education that is really prescriptive in high definition ultrasound video of at least 3 minutes in duration. I'm just wondering about the highly prescriptive nature of this.
I just had a simple question. Can you identify those localities where it's a problem to talk about consent? Because I'd like to know.
I want to see it left up to local control on that issue.
I mean, so there must be places where they don't want to talk about consent when you're dealing with young women and their rights. Where are those places in my state? You're insulting our state.
And what's happening here is we are putting forth a conference committee report for 442 that is going to say local school boards can vote on curricula materials that are grounded in consent, that speak to consent, but they can't make the decision on whether or not to show a child development video as part of the human sexuality material and curriculum that is taught. That is what we're discussing. We are talking about a very important part of being human and what we are teaching to students, and taking away local control and requiring a mandate on something that has no business being in this part of human sexuality curricula development. We're mandating it and taking that local control away. I just think it's a misstep. We should be talking about it right here.